assistant. That cuts out loads of work in your practice. That stops a task from your clinician to your admin team. It's kind of things do you use iPlato for?
Okay, so we used MJOG previously, and we currently use it for all chronic disease recalls. We've started the clinicians using it now for instant messages. So like you said, if the clinician's got a prescription or whatever that they need to inform the patient about, flu campaign's massive at the minute. Cancelling appointments, it's just dead easy to use.
It is. And in terms of sending out invites, how many of you are using the read code option to put on the correct read code for the invites? Hands up. Okay, anybody not doing that? Because of course you've realised on your QOF list, if you put the right invite code on, it's going to be captured later on in the year. You can actually decline those patients if they've had the right number of invites throughout the year. I'm going to just pass you on to Simon. Can you tell everybody where you work, Simon? What do you do?
Hi everyone, my name's Simon. I work at Library House Surgery in Chorley. GP practice 16,200 patients, and I'm the IT and operations manager there.
And what kind of advertising did you do for My GP to get more users, Simon?
We actually used our Facebook page. So currently on our Facebook page we've got about 790 followers on there. We put the post on there and we boosted that post as well, so we boosted that post to the wider kind of people in Chorley's in the hope that some of those patients will be our patients and also some of our collaborative patients.
Okay. I know you've got some stats there, Simon.
Yeah.
You just want to share with everybody
Yeah.
in terms of the increase in your users since you've used this product?
Certainly, yeah. Pulled these off this morning. So, as I said, we've got 16,500 patients. We've got 5,251 patients registered for patient access, which is 32%. Since we rolled out My GP, we've had 1,367 patients take on that, which again is about 8% of our population. What's really good and really interesting is 518 of those My GP users have never used patient access. So these are new online patients, which basically it's an increase of 9% in our online patients, which you could argue is a decrease in 9% of calls to reception to book appointments, to cancel appointments, and also patients are getting a better selection to pick from.
I'm going to just pass back to Judith now, because we were talking earlier about patient access. How many of you have experienced problems with patient access and patients not being able to use it for their booking? Okay, so quite a few of us. And I know some practices have actually switched it off because of the volume of work that's coming in at the moment, which isn't a great experience for your patients, but I can totally understand why practices would do that when you're under pressure. So I think what we've got to think about is patients will use whichever product is the easiest for them to use, but also which gives them access to your surgery. And if your appointment availability is fairly low, i.e. you've not released a lot of slots, or your variety of appointments is fairly limited, then your patient isn't getting an excellent experience there. Now, Simon's kindly allowed me to access his site as his test patient, and I can see that Simon offers smear tests, appointments with midwives, the wider community team that may be coming into your practice that you maybe haven't thought about offering appointments to them. But why would you ask your patient to come through your receptionist to book that type of appointment if they can book it online? It's just, you know, the more variety you can offer, the less traffic you're dragging in through your reception desks. So Judith, you were talking about patient access before. Do you want to just compare how you feel this is working for you?
Yeah, I mean, patient access, I don't know if everybody else has had the same sort of issues, but when they rolled the new version out, we had so many patients who had been using the old product quite happily, no issues whatsoever, could no longer get on. They were prevented from getting on for various reasons, the biggest one being they shared an email address, which the patient access now does not recognise. It's switched them off technology to the point that a lot of our patients were refusing to use it now. We are desperate for the GP SOC accredited version of iPlato to come out so that the patients can use the one product to do everything. rather than at the moment trying to use my GP, then being passed to patient access and then having problems. One thing I would say to iPlato is please make sure that your app works when it comes out, because the mess that EMIS have made with patient access has upset so many patients. The other thing we could really do with in practice, pre-GP does a lot of signposting to services, and it is helping with redirecting patients elsewhere. What we'd really like to be able to do at some point is redirect patients within the surgery, because we have a multidisciplinary team and we would like to be able to direct patients to the correct person to be seen right at the point they try and make the appointment. And at the moment, I know it's a big ask, it's not there yet, but that's the sort of direction we would like to try and go in. And I think other people might find the same thing. We've got paramedics, we've got nurse practitioners, we've got musculoskeletal, we've got GPs. We'd like to be able to point people within the surgery.